2024 is a massive year for the Alton Towers Resort. We have Nemesis Reborn opening at the start of the season, there's plans for a brand new flat ride coming to Forbidden Valley, and a new roller coaster coming in the near future too. So it's certainly one of the most exciting times to visit the park. But the question is, when is a good time to visit Alton Towers in 2024? There's so many different factors that can affect your day at the park, and in today's video I'm going to share with you the best times to take your trip to Alton Towers this year. But before we get started, if you do enjoy watching this video then please hit that like button to let me know, and if you are new around here then please consider hitting that subscribe button and ringing that notification bell so you don't miss a single thing, because we make plenty of theme park and adventure videos here which you don't want to miss. It has recently been announced that Nemesis Reborn will be opening on the first day of the official 2024 season, which is the 16th of March. Now, if you didn't already know, Nemesis was closed for the entire 2023 season as the coaster received a retrack. This new retrack has also included a new track design as well as more theming. The good news is that Nemesis will reopen this season under the brand new name Nemesis Reborn. Before the retrack, Nemesis was one of the most popular roller coasters in the park. In fact, some might even say it was their favourite coaster in the whole of the UK. So with the combination of it being closed for a year, as well as its reopening being hyped up extensively by the Alton Towers marketing team,
by order of the Phalanx, as you may or may not be aware, Nemesis is closing.
It's safe to say that the opening day of the 2024 season is going to be one of the biggest yet. Now, visiting on the opening day, or even just the first few weeks after the opening day, expect the park to be incredibly busy. I wouldn't be surprised if the queue for Nemesis Reborn is 2 to 3 hours plus throughout the whole day, so just bear that in mind if you are thinking of visiting within those first few weeks. However, that does mean that with all the attention being on Nemesis Reborn, it'll give you the opportunity to experience some of the other rides and roller coasters in the park with, hopefully, shorter wait times. But just keep in mind that the park will be busier than usual on that opening weekend. Having said that though, with the opening of Nemesis Reborn, it makes the opening weekend one of the most exciting times to visit the Alton Towers Resort this year. Also, on the 16th, 23rd and the 30th of March, Alton Towers will be opening later, meaning you get to experience coasters in the dark. For the past few years, Alton Towers have really focused on their events. Some have been better than others, but overall it's been great to experience a new event each time you visit throughout the year. However, this year Alton Towers have stripped the events back, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Last year, to celebrate the Smiler's 10th anniversary, we had the Smiler Takeover. I've got to say, this wasn't the best event the park has ever given us, but it was different and definitely unique. Being the 10th anniversary, it was expected that this wouldn't return in 2024, and it is indeed staying in 2023, hopefully for another 10 years or more. Now, surprisingly, Mardi Gras isn't actually returning this year. This event has been running for the past few years at the park, and it was personally one of my favourites. However, there's not much more that could be done differently with the event. So if it was to return, it would have just been similar, if not the same as previous years. So no Smiler Takeover, no Mardi Gras, but that does mean that Alton Towers can focus all their attention on those top 3 events, making them even more special in 2024. First of all, we have Oktoberfest, which runs from the 7th of September to the 29th of September. Just like with Mardi Gras, there's not much more that can be done differently at this event this year. However, every year it's always a highlight. You get to eat delicious food, watch new entertainment on the stages, have drinks on the lawn with your friends and family. It's just a great event, and I'm glad it's returning for the 2024 season. As well as this, the park is usually open a little longer too, meaning you get more time to ride your favourite rides and roller coasters. A highlight for many each year is Scarefest. This is Alton Towers' Halloween events featuring scare mazes, performances, spooky decorations across the park, and a later park closing time. Last year we were introduced to Daz Black's Panic, which was a very unique scare attraction. It was a mix of a scare maze and an escape room filled with scare actors. This was fantastic and one of my highlights at last year's events. There was also a scare zone, which was a free walkthrough of a Wicker Man scare experience. Again, another highlight of last year's event for me personally. Other than these two new experiences, all the other mazes returned from previous years. So, with a reduction of events at the park throughout the year in 2024, hopefully this means that Alton Towers are putting more focus on upgrading their Scarefest events and giving us brand new mazes and experiences for 2024. Introducing and trialling a new scare zone last year has really given me hope that this is the case, so hopefully when October comes around we see something new for Scarefest. But overall, Scarefest is a fantastic event, one of the best, if not the best Halloween event the UK has to offer, so it is the perfect time to visit the park in 2024. Something that Alton Towers does better than anyone else is fireworks. Their fireworks spectacular is, well, spectacular, and if you've never been then I would highly recommend checking it out this year. The Fireworks Spectacular is a little later this year. In previous years it has covered Bonfire Night, however in 2024 it'll take place from the 8th to the 10th of November instead. The fireworks themselves usually last around 25 minutes, so even though there is an additional cost, unless you're a Platinum Merlin annual pass holder, it really is worth it. It's the perfect way to end the season, and as with other events, the park is open later too, giving you more time to experience your favourite rides and attractions. Finally, let's talk about some times which I personally would try and avoid in 2024. No matter when you visit Alton Towers, you're guaranteed to have a great time. I've said this in plenty of videos on this channel, but if you can only visit once a year, try and avoid school holidays. That is unless you have no other option. It's usually way busier, the opening times are much shorter, meaning you get less time for your money and less time to get on all the rides you want to go on. But if you can only visit during the school holidays, then there are ways to avoid those big queues, even without purchasing a fast track ticket. If you're interested in finding out how, I'll leave a link down in the description below. Even with less events at the park, it's still going to be a fantastic year at the Alton Towers Resort. In fact, this could possibly be one of the best years yet for the park. So no matter when you visit, you're going to have a great time. But that is it for this video. If you did enjoy watching, then please consider checking out some of my other Alton Towers videos, such as hidden Easter eggs to look out for during your next visit to the park, or if you want to check out one of my Alton Towers vlogs, then click this video right here. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.